amigo! According to the book, there is a statue at El Arco de Cabo San Lucas. Wolverstone said she found it at sunset, but I thought we could try an experiment. I've worked out where the book says the statue should be. We can set out and reach the area around mid-morning and see what we can find. Or the other option is we get to El Arco just as the sun sets. If you believe the story, that's when we'll find the statue. Meet me here when you're ready to set out. We'll reach El Arco by mid-morning easily. All right, let's get going. The sun's setting, but we have enough time to get there along the beach. I'm excited. Do you think we'll find it?
To be honest, I don't know. But I'm getting the sense that there's more to Mexico than meets the eye.
Wolverstone was also a, ¿cómo se dice the word? Botanista? A botanist, a natural historian, and a pretty decent artista. You want to talk about las maravillas de Mexico? Just read about her life. Describes several sites where Sydney Wolverstone found statues. She believed they weren't Aztec though, which is interesting because they look Toltec to me, but even that isn't really clear. We know so little about the Toltecs, about the whole pre-conquest era, in fact. There are so many undiscovered sites, so much forgotten history in Mexico, so many things we don't know about the people who've lived here for thousands of years. There, down onto the beach. The book says, we found the statue by the ark looking out across the Pacific in the warm light of the setting sun. Interesting. The design doesn't seem entirely Aztec, but it does remind me of Tlaloc, the rain god. This is amazing. I'll work out where the next one should be and give you a call.
Where does the trail lead from here?
South and inland. I'm sure of it. I'll be in touch. There it is! Right in the sun where the book said. Grab a picture of it. Hey, amigo! I've been reading the diary over and over. I think Lady Sydney's expedition came inland, but... no sé, it's hard to find the evidence.
Ok, mira, escucha. Listen to this. El pueblo de Mulegé, un oasis tranquilo. If she made it to Mulegé, the expedition must have traveled upriver. I still can't believe this. I used to take the book to mi escuela and my teachers told me Lady Wolverstone's adventures were as fictional as Pedro Páramo or Sherlock Holmes.
So she never got any credit.
Never asked for any. She said she was writing stories for her grandchildren. But if they're true, her story deserves to be told. And you and I can prove it. Vamos, to Mulegé. Let's go. We can start in the center of town and move outwards. Lady Sydney writes that a local bruja, a wise woman, said the statues were only visible on certain days in the rain because they are statues of Tlaloc.
I still think it's the trees hiding it. But call me when you work out the next location, okay?
Hey, amigo. Haley called to ask about the promo shots, but when I told her about the diary, she said they could wait. Come pick me up. We need to go to Agua Azul.
I'll be right over.
Horizon Mexico can't get enough of you. You're one of the biggest superstars we've ever had. So what if we put you in the Hall of Fame? You're on your way there anyway. Let's just take it one adventure at a time.
Ready to head for Agua Azul? Eso, bien. We might get a little wet.
I'll keep the windows closed.
Okay, a ver. Okay, let me translate this part. The cool waters of Agua Azul quenched our thirst and inspired our hearts. In the heart of the blue water is where we found them.
Them? Are we looking for more than one statue, mate? And in the heart of the blue water. What does that mean, I wonder?
So the question is, why was the diary of Lady Sydney Wolverstone published as fiction? She was really here. She really had aventuras all over Mexico.
Maybe she didn't want to be famous.
Or maybe she didn't think anybody would believe her. Muy bien. Keep heading west. Muy bien, ahí estás. We'll turn off the road near the waterfalls. Oh, the pictures are good. And you know, having pictures means no one can doubt us if we can find the statues again. Oy, oy, oy. This is big. I have our next lead. Meet me as soon as you can. I found more of Lady Sydney's papers, original drafts of El Camino. She made pencil sketches of formations that I recognize in the Valle de las Ranas, and she sketched one of the statues.
Lead the way.
Okay, so, fantastic creatures carved in rock. And she found the statue early one morning, and get this, it was after a rainstorm.
And this is another statue of Tlaloc. That is interesting. Let's see if we can find it.
El Valle is east of Guanajuato. Mira, let's go. Valle de las Ranas means Valley of the Frogs, though I always thought the stones looked more like fantastical creatures. And Lady Sydney did too. She got sketches in her book. Mira, imagínatelo, imagine it. explorers like Lady Sydney came all this way with nothing but ganas y un gran amor for the wilds of Mexico.
She sounds like someone I know.
Yes, yo? I shoot cars for the festival. You do all the work. And my ride is a lot faster than her wagons, no?
We have slightly more than 1 horsepower.
Bueno, I suppose reading El Diario is one of the reasons I became una fotógrafa. I wanted to capture the same belleza she did. Today, the Valle de las Ranas is one of the most visited natural wonders in Mexico. Lady Sydney definitely knew a marvel when she saw one.
But the guidebooks don't say anything about a Tlaloc statue here.
I have it! No, perdón, no hay tiempo para explicar. Just come and meet me.
Not gonna believe this, but you've earned a gift drop from another driver. Makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside, doesn't it? Meet me down there and we'll have a look. Mira, I cross-referenced the final pages of the book with all the other papers I could find, and it's Ekbalam. It has to be. Lady Sydney Wolverstone's expedition headed south to Ekbalam. Ekbalam was only properly studied in the 90s, but we know very little about it, actually. In fact, researchers are divided on exactly how much of what we know about the Toltecs is historical and how much is Aztec legend.
So why are we going to Ekbalam and not Tula?
Wolverstone's book doesn't call it Ekbalam, of course, but she describes a large group of buildings, perhaps 20 or more, and a large oval palace. And listen to this. 3 large statues of the sort I have found in other places.
3? I'm pretty sure I only saw 2.
No, that's not all. She also wrote, the 3rd largest of them in the same stone I have come to recognize lay to the south of the complex, only barely visible in the driving rain.
Well, let's get there before the rain stops then. It's been fun, though I do feel like there should have been treasure at the end of it.
Bueno, maybe.
The treasure was the friends we made along the way?
Aha, you said that, not me.
So that's that.
There's one more thing. According to the book, Wolverstone took a jade statue from the site, but lost it in the flash flood. I'll try and work out where that was. I'll call you as soon as I know.
Now I'm intrigued. Call me, yeah?
Finally! The fans have been wanting this for ages! Adding it to your schedule. It's funny, of all the race drivers and pilots and thrill seekers I've met, they seem to be the most intense. Who knew? I hope you're ready for this. What a win! Nice work. Maybe give them some space for a while. I don't think they're accustomed to losing. Hey G, this is the Eliminator, an epic event that puts you versus everyone to see who is crowned the winner. They're taking sign-ups if you're interested.
Hola! Want to play hide and seek? Bring 5 of your friends and meet me here.
Hey G, got some adventure plans for you when you have time. Thought you'd never ask. Alex has been talking gauntlet ideas for weeks, I'll call him.
Can't believe I'm saying this, but that's about all I can think of for Horizon Wilds. You did it! Gauntlet scouted and waiting. It's going to be a good one. Even I barely know where we're going. Welcome to the Gauntlet. Get ready to throw down. You're unbelievable, you know that? I pulled out all the stops on that one. I really thought I had you.
Hey G, caught an editorial today. Horizon Hall of Fame shoe-in. I suspect Jamie... rate it, but he makes some good arguments. How would the shoe-in feel about another Horizon adventure?
Thanks for the subtle hint, Haley.
Oye, amigo! Cosinale has finished work on the Jaguar. Meet me in the auto show when you're ready.
Hola, amigo. Have you heard of the Carrera Panamericana? I've just been told about another barn find nearby. Shall we go find it?
Horizon Baja, eh? Perfect location for the cross-country racing outpost.
You, Alex, Ramiro, and every single fan messaging me to ask when this is opening. Great news. I'll tell them all very soon, shall I?
Oye, amigo! I think we should show Horizon why the Baja is home to the biggest off-road race on Earth. And if we have time, we might set up an outpost or something.
Remy, I have a vehicle, but no guide.
Small change of plans, my friend. Tell me, have you ever seen an active volcano up close? Meet me at the top of the mountain. You don't want to miss this.
Whoa! What was that?
That's nothing. Just a small tremor. Yaris 200 suspension can handle it, no problem. My friend, there is a lot of smoke coming out of this volcano. You might want to get up here pronto.
Fast! Got it! On my way!
Hey, Ramiro, The festival operations team are tracking some activity around the volcano. That wouldn't happen to be exactly where you're taking my superstar driver, would it?
Está bien, Haley. This is really only a small eruption. Nothing to worry about.
Fine. Just remember we have an outpost to set up, yeah?
Isn't this incredible? The volcano has never been like this before, but it's waking up for Horizon. When you reach the top, we should do our tests and then get out of here, my friend. The Baja is waiting and I think the volcano is getting angrier.
Angelica Garcia coming to you live from the Horizon XS chopper. That's right, we have a chopper. We're flying high over Mexico to see one superstar driver take on the fury of the Gran Caldera volcano. Don't go anywhere.
Looks like you're attracting the local news. You're on TV.
It looks safe, but there's vapor everywhere. This expedition looks to be heading straight to the active crater of the volcano. This might be the most rock and roll thing ever. We'll be back soon.
Remy, did they say anything about steam vents?
See? Believe it or not, they said opening them, say with a car, actually helps release the geothermal energy.
Keep going, superstar. Don't let the Gran Caldera defeat you. Horizon XS is cheering you on.
Coming up on the crater now, Remy.
Copy that. Feel free to turn on the air conditioning. You made it! Bien hecho! I spoke to Haley and they say we have some time. In fact, there are some things she wants us to do up here. For science, you know?
For science. Suited and booted. Come at me, science. Yep. Should be enough water in the camp for a sample.
Excuse me, pilot. Mind if we take a detour on the way? I swear I saw some kind of barn or something out there.
Geologists do it, but...
Hey! Science is problem solving! See, Haley? We've placed the seismometer. You're getting the readings? Buenísimo. We should be heading down soon. I promised I'd show you an active volcano up close. Now, I think the show's over.
Yep. That's enough playing with fire for one day.
Oh, that was a big one! I think the volcano is telling us we've overstayed our welcome.
Agreed. Let's go. I'll see you at the bottom, Remy.
Good thing I know the fastest way down. Don't look back!
Trying my best.
Woohoo! That's all! Bien! You faced the volcano. Now let's see how you handle some real Baja racing, my friend. Vamos! I know an old Baja circuit that would be perfect. I didn't plan on us entering a race already, but here goes nothing.
And we're into the final lap. Oh, but what's this? Some new competitors have entered the arena. Ah, this is awesome! Vamos! The crowd goes wild!
Legendary Baja racing, my friend!
Ah, we've never seen anything like this! And they go across the finish line!
Horizon Baja. Standing shoulder to shoulder with the Baja 500 and 1000. Legendary cross-country racing.
My friend, those run once a year. We get to do this every day.
You know how to make an entry. Welcome to Horizon Baja. Well, what do you think of the place? This will be the destination for cross-country racing. You in? Here's the new cross-country event program to start. So I will see you out there.
Hey G, attendance has already skyrocketed at Horizon Baja. Guess we're not the only ones who always dreamed of coming here. Keep bringing them in, superstar. All these adventures look amazing. Glad I don't have to pick one. I've been sitting on this one for a while. It's the showcase I've always wanted to do. See you there. Okay, you versus some monster-sized trucks. This is gonna be good.
Damas y caballeros, here they come! Two terrifying monsters! And the brave hero tries to beat them both! Choose fighting for the winner! Who will be victorious? Who, my friend? Who?
You did it! Of course you did it! Now, how about a victory lap in that thing? What's it like behind the wheel?
Oh, this is fun!
Now, we've got the whole stadium rigged, but you're what they all came to see. Go give these people a show.
Oh, ho, ho! Horizon's biggest superstar finally has the biggest car to match! Go! 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 Damas y caballeros, I think that monster hungry for donuts! It flies! It flips! It spins! Is there anything this monster and the monster cannot do?
That worked. Unbelievable brings fans, fans bring hype, hype brings expansions. Everything is going to plan.